Hey, how's it going? This is Mordechai here today with Run Repeat, and I'm going to be doing a review on the Topo Magnifly 3, new shoe that came out a few months ago. And I want to give you all the details, my whole experience with the Topos, and hopefully give you an educated opinion on what the shoe is all about. And if it sounds good, check them out, and I think you'll enjoy this shoe. Now, I got these a few months ago, $120, which is about, the price that good running shoes go for these days. A little on the pricier side, but it's a good quality running shoe. And I'll start off right away by saying that the durability is very good. I've run a full marathon in these. I've run over 100 miles, and they look pretty much good as new. They really hold well, and they'll last you for a while, and I think you'll get good value for the money you spend on these shoes. Part of the reason that they might be so durable is it is a very firm shoe. That is something that kind of sets it apart from other types of shoes. It is not a cushy running shoe, meaning that it really, you sink in on every step and have that nice cushy feel. It is a bit firmer than that, but that is actually a very good thing for certain types of running. For example, racing, running at a faster speed, you'll get very good responsiveness out of these, out of the midsole. It's very firm, but it also has a nice insole here that's cushy, and it does have a bit of cushion. And I was nervous a little bit about running a full marathon in them because of the firmness. I usually go with a little bit more of a cushioned shoe, but they held up great. I ran my fastest marathon time, and I felt very little leg soreness after. So that really took my appreciation of this shoe to the next level. But usually I like to run with these, kind of on short, mid-range runs, even longer runs, really any distance. They're even not bad for sprinting in because they're not a very bulky shoe. As I said, firm. So if you want to just go out and cruise a little bit, sometimes I will take more of a plush, more cushioned shoe. But you can run fast times in these shoes, so I think they are one of the most responsive shoes that I own, and you get very good energy return. You really feel like you're moving, covering ground in these shoes, especially on the roads. It's mostly a road running shoe. It can also be taken out on the trails, lighter trails. Handles fine on the trails, except I would say this one part here in the outer sole, there's a bit of a crevice here kind of thing that if it's muddy, you'll get some mud caked in there a little bit, I've found. But other than that, on dry trails, it handles very nicely. Now, a few things I like about this shoe. I've run in a similar types of shoes by another company called Ultra, which is in this kind of same genre of shoes, which is natural running shoes that are not quite barefoot shoes. It's not a barefoot like the Vivo Five Fingers or Vivo Barefoots, shoes like that. It does have a bit of stack height, even though it is a low stack height. So it's not a fully barefoot shoe, but it does have some of the principles of a barefoot shoe, like zero drop midsole, meaning it's the same stack height front to back, which is supposed to give a more natural running feel and encourage correct running technique. It also has, like a barefoot shoe, this wide toe box, which allows your toes to naturally splay out. Like a Vibram Five Finger would, or that's kind of what Ultra and Topo and companies like that pride themselves in, is this natural foot feel, which I love. And since I got into it a few years ago, I can't really switch back to other types of shoes because my feet are just accustomed to splaying out, and it's very healthy for the foot. And these shoes allow you to do that, even though they are a little bit of a stiffer shoe, even in the midsole here, the upper. Is a little bit stiffer than probably most kinds of Ultras. So you are in a bit of a stiffer shoe, but again, that has its pros and cons. One, cons is that it's probably a little less comfortable, especially for wearing long hours. A lot of the Ultra shoes I can wear all day. I'm a phys ed teacher. I can wear them all day, and they're very comfortable. These you can get in some good hours in, but they do start to kind of, they are a stiffer shoe and maybe a little less comfortable than some other kinds of less stiff shoes. However, the durability is better, as I said before, because of this kind of firmness and stiffness in the midsole and in the upper. So let's see. Something I like. So Topo does a good job, in my opinion, of just making a comfortable shoe. They're light. They allow your feet to splay, and they're responsive. So those are the main highlights. I also like, for me personally, I like simple looking shoes, and these are exactly that. They're not a lot of extra colors going on. In fact, it's just black and white, which I really like, and it's only one kind of material here on the upper. It's not a lot of different kinds of fabric going on. They breathe nicely. They have a great lacing system, actually. The lacing system is not something I really pay attention to so much usually, but I do like how these on the, it's maybe a little hard to see, but on the tongue, there's little slits on the tongue that the laces actually fit into, and you do feel like you get a good foot lockdown. Now, one thing that's interesting about this shoe, some might like it, some might like it less. There's a wide collar here in this area, which I see where they were coming from in the point of holding down the shoe, giving a good lockdown. For me, it seems a little bit thick sometimes. After running a marathon in them, I had one point of soreness, which was in my ankle right where it rubbed against the collar. Since I've worn them in a bit more, I get less of that pain, but the collar is a bit padded, providing a very good lockdown of the foot. Your foot is not going to slide around, but it might irritate some people in the ankle area a little bit, at least at the beginning, so you might have to break that in a little bit. But this is a classy shoe. It's a versatile shoe. I work out in the gym with it. I run with it on the trails, on the road, sprint training, long distance, medium distance. And I'm very happy with the shoe, really. It's really one of my favorite go-to shoes to go out and running, my day-to-day runs. So thanks for checking out my video. And I wrote a written review on this, also on Run Repeat. And feel free to leave comments below or click on the link. And have a great one.